So I went ahead and started the recording here. So I'm going to pull this up on YouTube really quick. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. And what I want you to do is, in the training last night, what we did is we talked a lot about the need to have credibility, because that's one of, and you just think of the biggest flags in networking. Number one is credibility. Are we real, right? Are we a scam? Are we real? Are we fake? Or whatever it is. So everybody wants to know that. That's the burning question. So I'm not going to show all of these videos, but right here I put, is our network a scam? Okay, so can you guys see that? Okay, hopefully, let me go to new share, make sure you can see this. Just always want to, sorry, my computer is for some reason is clocking tonight. Come on, come on. Here we go. Okay, so this right here, I'm not going to play the whole video, but I just want you to see what I did and what I talk about when I'm talking about linking videos, because this is very, like I said, it's very effective to do, especially on YouTube. And so, and by putting is our network a scam, I'm number 2 on YouTube. When you go to our network, I'm like the second or third video down, so I'm right up towards the top up there. But sorry, what the heck, my computers, the kids are upstairs playing games, so I don't know if it's slowing down, if they're doing something online. But right here, it says here what actual members have to say. You know, feel free to email me. Okay, here we go. Feel free to email me directly at mastermemberrnetwork@gmail.com for more information. Hear what actual R Network members have to say. Click here to watch a short video about our amazing platform. So they click there, and there's the link. And then that takes them to another YouTube video, which is the one I made yesterday, right here. And that's the one with that, the 2-minute video, the 2-minute teaser, Earn with the Revolutionaries of Our Network. And then right there, I link it.
Have you ever wondered if you could really make money online? Many people have accomplished.
Okay, so right here, what I did is, and I always put this email me at the top line so they can see it, because sometimes they don't always click show more. So right here, email me, master member of our network, John Johnson, at mastermemberournetwork@gmail.com for more information. Also check out this video to make sure our network is real for you, right? And so I linked those 2 videos. Now, if I wanted to, I could put a presentation video, or click here for a full presentation. Click and put the presentation link down there. And then on the presentation link, what I would do, if I want to loop it back, circle back to that original video, I could do that. Or what I would do, and I'm going to actually add this, I'll say, you know, tune in to any of our team calls and get back to me. So you can put the links to our Zoom links for all of our team calls will always be the same link. So what we're going to do is just say we have prospect calls every Tuesday and Wednesday at, I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Click this link to be on our next call. So you can put that link on there, and you can put the link to the next video or the next series you want them to see. So it can be anything on there, but if you link these videos, what's going to happen is you're going to get more views, which will help increase your page. So right here, I've got 3,000 plus subscribers or whatever it is, 1,000 views. I've only had this video out for a day. We already have 1,000 views on it, which is really cool. So no dislikes, which is always a plus. But now some of these views, granted, are members of our network already. But the cool thing is you can kind of see how I'm linking them back and forth, and it carries them through where they can get information, and the information you want them to have, and they have your contact information on every single one of those, and you just link it back. So that's kind of a cool thing. And you don't want to link like too many videos. I'd say 2, 3 max, because if you link too many, they'll never contact you. They'll just keep watching video after video after video, right? You only want to give them enough, so you don't want to give away the whole farm on this thing. But what I would do is I would not put a full presentation on a link. I would have them come. You want them to have some curiosity, unless the presentation is super strong and you think they'll actually watch the whole thing. I don't know if they will or not, but and you can put any messages on there. But that's a good thing to do it, and you can do that on your other social media as well, on Facebook and things. Whenever you're doing videos, it's always a good idea to put a little blurb like that and links. So just a nice little cool trick. And also for SEO purposes, to let you know, when you do a video, it's always a good idea to put content right here. So you've got the content down there. You want the screen. Either you can do screenshots like this. Notice on this screenshots, it's moving a little bit. Each screen moves in and out. You want a little bit of movement there. And then you have the voiceover. Then you have music. And you want the music to be kind of lower. So the music is lower in the voice with the content and stuff. It's YouTube likes that. So those are just kind of a couple SEO tricks, stuff like that, to keep your video up towards the top. Another thing, what you may want to do, if I were you, I would create my own YouTube channel, and not just your YouTube channel, but like right here, if I click on the R right here, I've got my own personal channel, but this one right here, your channel, this is a Revolutionaries channel, right? And I've put several videos on there. Well, because I've got so many videos all pertaining to the same thing, and now look, it's all branded right there, boom, 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 right there, and they like that too. So YouTube likes that, because what that does is it gives you legitimacy. See that? And so it just takes a while to link and everything, but every single one of my videos are business related, right? So when somebody looks at my page, if I have a page like this and I've got personal videos on there, I look small. I'm playing small ball. I'm a rookie, okay? So everything I have on there, they're training, they're little teaser videos, they're copies of presentations, and that's it. I cannot tell you how many people have looked for me online saying, because I didn't have any contact information on my videos when I put them out on YouTube, because I was just helping the team here, use this, use this, use this. But now I am in full-fledged marketing mode, because I'm trying to just help bring sponsors in, close, and then give them away or whatever. But all of my videos, everything I put on our page, you can use. So people always ask me, can I put this on my page? Can I put? Yes, you can. But again, from now on, I'm going to start putting my information on some of these. So just upload it from YouTube and put your own information on it, because obviously you don't want your people emailing me and I think that they're coming to me. So make sure you put your personal information on that as well. If I have the time, maybe I'll do two versions, one generic, one without. The problem with doing that, if you upload the same video twice, this exact video, YouTube won't allow you to upload it the second time because it calls it a duplicate. So I'd actually have to go back to my editing software, make a small change, and then do a second video. It's kind of a pain. So it'd be better for you guys just to upload the video from YouTube, and you can YouTube how to do that or whatever, and use your own, if you want to use the videos. You don't have to use them, it's up to you. But anyway, so with that, I just want to share that with you really quick. It's just a cool little trick. And there's always marketing. Think about marketing and stuff like that. It's always consistency. You just have to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. It's like banging your head against the wall. Eventually the bricks will crack. And the more the word gets out there about our network, you'll get more and more people searching for our network online and things of that sort, more hits. The Facebook is an excellent, the ads, again, I'm not going to get into Facebook ads too much tonight, other than the fact that every single one of your Facebook channels should have a credibility video on it. You don't have to call it "Is Our Network a Scam?" You can change the name. You can upload the video and say, listen to what our members have to say, whatever you want to do. But you want a credibility video on all of your channels, because people always question or whatever. So it's a good idea to have something there to give you more legitimacy about that. Talking about corporate on this video, whoever hasn't seen it yet, watch it, because it is basically, I ask a question, is it real? And say, hey, see what the members have to say. That's why I asked for those testimonials. Has the address of corporate in there and just different things. It's just a quick teaser about what we're doing and who we are, and has members actually putting their checks down saying, hey, I got paid, I got paid, I got paid. They don't say the amount, which is good, but I got paid. So it gives you a lot, like I said, it gives you a lot of credibility. All we're trying to do right now is we're trying to get people to show up to our phone calls. So and our closing calls, which we do a lot of calls every week. We do 2 during the week, Tuesday, Thursday, then 2 in the afternoon at noon. So that way, if people want to come in early, or if there's international members, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at noon, Tuesday, Wednesday at, noon Mountain. So let's say Eastern. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 Eastern. Tuesday, Wednesday at 8 Eastern. Thursday nights our training call at 8 Eastern. And Monday nights I do a prospect call for corporate at 9 Eastern. So anyway, those are all the times. And you can see the calendar on our files section So on our team Facebook page, the files section, I'm going to keep that very short. The videos I put in there, I will only have maybe 1 or 2 prospect videos in there at a time. That's it, because we don't need to record everyone because they essentially say the same thing. So, but what I want to talk about tonight, and then we'll take a bunch of questions. When we're closing, okay, right now we're prospecting. When we're closing right now, the key things, the main hot points right now, first of all, let me talk about India, because India is a hot spot. It's doing really well. The hot tickets, the hot items in India are easy. Are you legal? Are you legally registered? This is what I tell people, because we're going through the process right now. We're so excited about India because of the growth that's happening there. And so people are coming in for free, and we will not charge them until the registration is complete. However, we introduced this opportunity to India, and the market is reacting in a big way, in a very positive way. So kudos to you. And so we were so excited about it. Our CEO decided to personally visit your country, go out there, which is true. Trent's heading out there with Luke and with Richard, going through the process, working with a company out there, a consulting company for network marketing, working with all of their government officials, and we're becoming legal in India. To do that, we had to open up a brick and mortar, and you should know this stuff because sometimes I'll ask you questions. I'll test you a little bit. You should need to know the answers. We're opening up a brick and mortar, which we have to do, and your CEO has to fly, physically be in India to be interviewed and to sign the documents, or else you cannot open a network marketing company there. So we know all of the steps. Those are the answers when people ask, and I just say, look, at this point, it's a sense of urgency. Get in line. Get in there, get your 3 people before they turn the system on. Get get your 10 people so you can potentially become a shareholder. And now here's the big tickets too. Once you get your 10, you're a founder. Founders now get part of the revenue pool, which is really cool. So what that means is 75% of all our stuff that can pay upline pays upline. So our auto, and others, just whatever, pays upline 75%. The other 25% goes into these pools, okay? And so that the founders now get a piece of that pool, which is really cool. So 10 and pen, you get part of that money. Ambassadors get the money that goes into the pools for the mortgages and for the prescriptions and the pharmacy and stuff like that, because there's HIPAA laws, so we can't see who picked up what. So, but that money can be paid anonymously into a pool. So we won't be able to see, oh, I got paid on so-and-so when they do the breakdown and he went and picked up a prescription. We can't know that. So anyway, so legally we can't even pay that up to TBS, but we were able to pay it into those pools. So those pools can be very significant. So you want to get 10, you want to help your 10 get 3, then you want to help your 10 get 10. And those are the 3 pools: founder, ambassador, freedom ambassador. Okay, so, but I always tell people, get in, let's help you get your account for free, number 1, then let's help you become a founder. That's it. Those are the hot buttons. And so we understand the network, stuff like that. So what I want to do is open it up for some questions. It can be anything to do with marketing. It could do anything to do with closing. But it can't be anything to do is, when is this coming out? When is that coming out? Because I'm not allowed to answer that stuff. Corporate has to. So, sorry. And plus, I don't know the answers on half of those. So go ahead.
Hey, John, this is Robert. I have a quick question. Very quick. Sorry about that. My question is, like the R-affiliate site, our team site, what is the new URL for that going to be? And when will that page, you think, be ready?
They're going to keep the URL the same, only because we were going to change it to revolutionaries.com, but somebody already bought that. So,
oh no,
one of our members actually bought it, but that's fine, whatever. So it's fine. But April is when we anticipate more leads coming in for that, because that's when we should be towards. We just cracked the top 100 in Google, which is good. Once you crack the top 100, you usually typically move up about 25 to 30 positions a week, based off of the type of SEO we're running. So we could see page 1 on Google by mid-March, which would be really, really sweet. So if that's the case, but then it's how many searches are happening and all that kind of stuff. So we've run the analytics, and I did a training once, so I won't go through it again, but we've had pages and pages and pages of analytics we look at.
I saw it.
They look at, yeah. And so we know everything, and it's going to be a lot of fun when we're on page one. And so we'll get the leads and all that kind of stuff out. So, but yes, we're going to be doing marketing in a big, big way. In fact, I need to go back to Fusion and make I got to update the website because some of the stuff's outdated. And what they're doing is, I'll tell you what they're doing. They're waiting for a corporate to update their website so they can update their website based off of what corporate rolls out to make ours.
And that's what I was going to ask you the next question.
It's nice, if not better. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. That's when theirs going to be done for.
Yeah, we're waiting for the new website because we really don't know what we want ours to look and feel like, because I heard theirs is going to be incredible. Fusion took that personally. They said, okay, well, let's update your website then. I said, okay, cool. So
do we know if that'll be like a month or 3 months away? Do we know how
as soon
long?
as corporate does their website? So
I know.
I have no idea. Any day, I think it's going to be, I mean, I know they want to get it out. So anytime now with the new products that they're rolling out. So, and then the last thing is, Make-A-Wish. I'm supposed to have a contract this weekend or maybe by Monday. I spoke with them yesterday. This is how we're doing Make-A-Wish, okay? So be very, very careful and cautious. Do not lead with Make-A-Wish, okay? Do not post an ad saying, we have partnered with Make-A-Wish. Don't do that. What they're doing, they want to take it slow because these guys are one of the most credible places in America as far as charities and things of that sort. So they're very, very careful about who they partner with. So the Jared over at Make-A-Wish, he called me. We spoke for about an hour yesterday and said, we want to sign a contract with you. So they're signing it with me as an individual, and people on my team, we can grant wishes, but I'm the only one right now that can post anything about Make-A-Wish because it's going to be very strict what we can say, what we can do. And so we can give credit to the team and Revolutionaries, but we have to do it in a certain way. And then 2 months later, they reanalyze and revisit and go back, and we'll see. But once the bank itself rolls out, that's when Make-A-Wish says, okay, now we want to do the whole team of Revolutionaries and move in towards our network stuff. They just want to see that stuff roll out first. And so but he said this is typically how they do it with newer businesses. They just want to kind of engage because they can't have any negative press on them for obvious reasons. So we do have Make-A-Wish. I'm very excited about it. That's going to give another credibility play. But again, do not go out and lead with that. Don't go recruit saying, hey, we're part of Make-A-Wish and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So
John,
we have to be really careful with that.
Hey John, it's Robert again. I have an idea. I think this is a really cool idea. What if you put Make-A-Wish on r-affiliates.com?
Because I don't know if I can yet. So that's why, if I can, I will. So
okay.
We're doing a credibility page back there, and if they allow me to, I will. If they won't, I won't. So again, I'm just going to kind of go slowly with them. But yeah, I already definitely thought about that. So any other questions from anyone? And I heard someone else try to chime in as well.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Hey, it's Sam.
Yes.
That first 15 minutes that you just started with, can you repeat that in English?
The first 15 minutes?
I get what Sam is trying to say. It was too hard to understand.
It's all Chinese to me. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that you record these because I am.
That's why I record them so you can go back and slow.
Oh,
how do you think I learned Spanish?
No sé. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I haven't learned Spanish because I never went back and watched recordings. But no, I'm saying.
Actually, John, you did not record that part. I don't think.
Right. So basically, all I said is when you do a page on YouTube. So, for example, what I would do is there's tutorials on YouTube, and maybe we'll do that as a training. We'll walk through, and maybe we'll do that next week's training or something. We'll walk through how to set up a YouTube page from A to Z and how to do it correctly and walk you through the whole process. It's easy to do, but if you've done it, but there's tutorials. And what I'm saying is if you post a video, for example, this video right here, and I'll click on it. I don't want it to play or whatever. So right here, what I said is you link the video. So in the comment section, You're right. Feel free to email me directly at, there's my email. For more information, hear what actual members, our network members have to say. Click here to watch a short video about our amazing platform. So I'm linking this video to another video by putting the link in there. So now I've got my prospect watching the videos that I want my prospects to watch, not what everybody else wants to watch. So that video takes them to that little 2-minute teaser yesterday. And on that 2-minute teaser, it has a link to this video, so it circles them back, right? And then on these videos, it has my email. And then I'm going to add one more thing I just haven't had time to yet. Or come, feel free to watch any of our prospect calls. Zoom link right here. This is the times the calls are, so they can click on the Zoom link and then get back with me with questions after you watch the call. If they want to do it, so we can invite them to the calls. But you can do all that in the little comment section. And what I'm saying is, if you use my videos here on out, don't use mine directly. Don't use that link right there, because it's going to have my email address on there, and you really don't want your prospects emailing me, because I won't know they're your prospects, And so what you do is you go to YouTube and you type in upload videos via YouTube. So it will show you how to upload this video, and then you can put your own comments on there right there and put your email address. But I'm saying link the videos together. So do it that way. It's very effective doing it that way. And don't put a ton of videos. Don't link them through 20 videos. 2 to 3 max. 3 max. So that's how you do it. Awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, John, it's Leanne. I have a question. So would you recommend, okay, I just renewed my mortgage, and I'll tell you, I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And when our network launch was pushed back from January, then about that another few more weeks, I renewed my mortgage because I wasn't sure if we were going to see anything, and I kept getting notices from my bank. I still felt that, would you recommend I still contact the concierge and ask to see if there
I'm not sure what Canadian mortgages look like, because I've never worked on those. Okay. I assume they're pretty similar to United States mortgages. And so if you barely refied, there's going to be fees involved, so it would have to make sense for you. If they can drop your rate low enough where your payment is good enough. But with the mortgages, what we're really doing right now is they're saving on closing costs and mortgage origination fees and stuff like that. Like, I know when we looked at our mortgage, they were not going to charge us for the appraisal. I think we were going to save about $1,500 on closing costs or something like that. And so it was quite a big savings. But if it's not worth it on a mortgage, if I'm going to mortgage, then if I live in my house for X amount of years, if I'm not going to live there long enough, and my closing fees don't, whatever I pay in the difference of closing fees, if I don't make up a difference in my house payment before I move, then it's not worth it, right? So if I only save like $300 a month and I'm going to move in a year and my closing fees are like $4,000, it's not worth it, right? And so because I'm paying $4,800 in closing fee or whatever, I won't save as much. So you have to kind of do the math that way.
Okay.
So that I used to actually be a loan officer, so I used to advise clients like that all the time. Say only if it's worth it for you. I didn't want to just close their loan for commission. I wanted to make sure they got a good deal at the same time. So, but that's how that works.
Is the concierge service, is that a paid service if I call them, or I don't know what to expect yet because I've never used it.
If you contact, they call you back. So it's just, we're sending them a lot of mortgages. So they're giving us a really good deal. So it's a non-pressure, no pressure at all, which is awesome. They just give you the facts. And in fact, because they're going to deal with a lot of our members, so they want to give you excellent service, and they're going to shop the best rate for you. They're brokers, right? They're going to shop the best rate, and like any other broker would do. And where you're going to make up the difference, you'll probably get about similar interest rates with them as you will, because it depends on credit and everything else. And a lot of brokers use the same mortgage companies for the most part. At least here in the U.S. they do. And then, but it's your closing costs that you're going to make a difference. And that's not to say that our bank won't do something better than that, but
okay.
I can't say what our bank's going to do. Our bank's going to be better than our mortgage, but our mortgage is good. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I had one more question and I lost it here for a second. It had to do with mortgages. It had to, well, I might, oh, so yeah, and that is available to both FAN and charter,
Yes.
correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because I have talked to a couple people and I know that their mortgage is coming up and they showed a lot of interest. So that was all I had for question.
Yeah, you can get charter members that way. So that's a really good way to do
Perfect.
it.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions? Marketing, closing, anything like that?
Yes, John. Oh, go ahead, Nicole.
Sorry. Sorry. Just a quick question. Do we need to make a separate page on business page on Facebook just for India? Or like each individual countries?
No, not necessarily. I mean, because that would be very time consuming and stuff. You have to be really careful with Facebook so they don't think you're spamming people. Right. So watch that 5-minute class series I showed with that other guy. He's really good at explaining that. But there are spamming things with Facebook. I would just run the ads for those countries. For India, for me, the ad is simple. It's basically, new marketing company or internet or whatever. I know somebody said they got denied, but I think it was more because of their URL, not the actual ad itself. Because a lot of people ran that same ad, and I've actually had some feedback, and they're getting leads from that ad.
I am. I've been doing a bunch of boosts and that page.
Right, and so this weekend I'm actually going to write some response emails for everybody, and I just have not had time to do it, but I want to put some emails together. So what's going to happen is, what if you get 20 leads or 40, 50 leads or however many leads, and it's hard to keep up with all of them? Now you've got little bots in there in Facebook. You can check those out, and again, YouTube, how to use those bots. But you can also just copy and paste if you want. I mean, it takes longer, but an email, the same email to everybody, and funnel them into the calls. The goal is to get them to a call. Or you can even, again, use those teaser videos, the credibility videos. I wouldn't send them a video that says our network is scam. If I would use this video right here, I would just call it testimonial video, or network testimonials, stuff like that. I would rename it. This one, the reason I put is our network is scam right here, because it got me on page 1 on YouTube. That's why I did it, because that's a lot of people search for that. And so, so in marketing, one thing, and a lot of this is a mistake you don't want to make. You can use the same video, but you can name it 10 different things, because it's your demographic. It's what are you trying to accomplish with that video? Okay, so in marketing, always ask yourself, the best marketers are the ones that can do this. If I am a consumer, put yourself in the shoes of a consumer. Okay, if I am somebody and I'm replying to somebody's ad, and I see a video that says, is it a scam on their page, I'm going to be a little turned off by it. Okay. So, but if I see on their page, testimonial video, okay, I'll check this out. And it can be the same video, but the name of the video can make a difference. Okay. So you just have to always just know what the end game is so every page has a different function or a different, and that's what you have to think as a marketer. You're always having to, like I said, put yourself in, is if I saw that, how would I feel? How would I react? Right? And because you're the consumer. So now in the network marketing world, it's a little different as far as network marketing. Because some people say, I've never done network marketing before. This is tough, But a lot of network marketers, we're trying to attract big fish, right? Big marketers. So you can be a little more aggressive sometimes on the network if you're fishing for network marketers. If you're fishing for everybody, it's a different message. If you're fishing for network marketers, you could set up a Facebook page, kind of like what I said, come learn how to market correctly, or come, and stuff, and just start endorsing other marketers and endorsing yourself and branding yourself as a good marketer, stuff like that, and people will follow you. That's more of an approach you take with a network marketer. If you're reaching out to the general public, then it's just like, check this out. You're going to lead with the savings. You're going to lead with that kind of stuff. And so it depends, again, it's your demographics every time you market. And it's a good idea to also listen to other people and other marketing videos and stuff like that, and say, watch them on YouTube. How would I reach out to another network marketer? How would I reach out as a network marketer to the general public? And kind of do some research and stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. but that's the best way. And then you just kind of learn, as you do it. And then when you get the leads, I need to, this is very important, everyone. When you get the leads, you got to jump on them like that. Because here's the thing you need to understand. They went to your page, but how many other pages did they go to, right? They don't know you at all. So what if they went to 10 pages and left a message for 10 people, and you wait a day and a half to get back with them? You've already lost the sale. You've lost them. You got to engage with them quickly. Boom. So you set like things where it dings your phone or whatever when you get a message. You need ding, ding. This is a job, right? This is a career. It's a business. So you got to be on it and treat it like a business. If you do that, and what I would do is I would answer a couple of their questions, and that's it. And then I would set up a Zoom. So go to our presentation. I'll be on the presentation with you. So I'll listen in with you. Then call me and let's talk after the presentation that you see Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it is. Call me afterwards, or I'll call you. Let's talk after and let's discuss what you learned on the presentation. Does that make sense? Schedule that follow-up, because if you don't schedule that follow-up, then you're chasing them again for a week and a half. It's like chasing ghosts. And so that's why I always tell people, go to training number 9 that I did on how to get people to show up, how to, if you don't watch training number 9 and it 1 through 14 series, then it's great. To me, everybody should watch that. They should put a big start. To me, that's the best one out of all of them, because the money-making activities are the presentations and the closing calls. They're going to get a lot of information from a third party that's not you, which is good. And so it's just that's a great training to watch. But always, always, always answer a couple questions and then say kind of what you did with that awesome member we have now. I don't want to say her name and embarrass her, but you called me and said, John, I've got, I'm speaking with somebody, I need to get her on a call with you. Okay, great. And then you endorse your upline, you edify your upline, and you go up there and say, hey, he or she or whatever your upline is can answer all of these questions as well. I think you'll get, whatever, you'll get their full support, blah, blah, blah. Our upline is amazing. They're awesome. Our team is amazing. You edify your team, edify your upline. And then what happens when you get on the phone with the upline, guess what? It tells that marketer, oh, wow, their uplines, oh my gosh, they're taking, my upline wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So it puts in their mind that, hey, this team, because you're promoting this team and you're promoting how good this team is. And if you can't even get your upline on a phone call, that stinks. At a lot of companies, it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. So that's why I think about it. I've got these every time. I've got 2 calls on, I think, Monday and 2 on Friday that I'll do 3-way calls. So everybody go to my schedule, and every Monday and Friday from here on out, I can't remember the times. I think it's at 5 because I'm starting it on Monday because I told you I wasn't going to start till next week. So Monday, Friday, 2 calls. And I'll just sit there and wait on Zoom and wait for people to pop up on those calls. So make sure you look at the calendar, John's presentations and 3-way call availability. And here's the thing about the 3-way call, and it's more effective this way. If you say, look, our master member, leader of the team, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's good, not bad. Well, you can say bad things, I don't care. But anyway, just get him on the call and to say, he is very busy and he can do this call. However, there may be a couple other people on there, but that's okay because he's busy. He's carving his time out for us. And what that does is it actually gives that call more credibility. It gives it more urgency. It gives it more kind of like just a bigger bing, right? Because it's like, wow, it's a big deal. Okay, so, and it's okay if I have a couple other people on that call because I can just talk to them back and forth like this or whatever and answer questions and things of that sort. And it's always nice to have a little group. Even if there's one naysayer in the group, I don't worry about it because I'm pretty good with the naysayers. And so I'm not too worried about it. But it good to say, let me get you scheduled for one of these calls because he likes to only speak with X amount of people at one time, whatever, make it sound like a big, big deal, right? And if you do that, you're doing them a favor and they're more likely to show up as well because you're making that call sound more important. So those are
Hey, John, real quick, I wanted to tell you, this is Robert. I just looked up on a special website, and I can give everyone the URL if they want it. But I looked up revolutionaries.com on this website, and it says it expires in 2020 sometime. I didn't catch the date, though.
Yeah.
Wait, you want me
I'm
to,
not
you want
sure.
me to,
No, I've already seen it. Yeah, I've already looked it up because I was going to buy. I bought revolutionaries.live, .co, .org, everything. I bought all the
they
other
bought it.
revolutionary
They
ones.
bought it in 1999 though. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, I don't know. No, yeah, I've got my. No, thanks for doing that. But yeah, we've got Fusion and I are all over it. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Good.
we got it. Awesome. So, any other questions at all?
Yeah, Yvonne from Chicago. Can I quickly ask you, are you going to do a voiceover in Hindi?
Yeah,
I
already
listened
working
to,
on it. Yes.
sorry?
Yes, working on it already.
Oh, excellent, because I've followed your advice, copied Wade as well with his video, awesome. And I've set up a Facebook group and I'm getting people in there. Not many speak English, the majority of them speak Hindi. So I have been using Google Translate to talk to them and to convert posts that I have there into Hindi. But if they go onto one of your Zoom calls, they're not going to understand you.
Right. Yeah, we just signed up a big marketer in India who owns his own advertising agency. And so he's going to do voiceover for us, and he's going to do, I think he's already completed the PowerPoint. So I need to get that. The person who signed him up, it was awesome. She ran an ad over there. She put him on our Zoom call, scheduled a Zoom call. We got on, he did the presentation, he liked it, he did a Zoom with her, and she closed her. So the exact thing we're doing now. And so I'm actually going to be at her house tomorrow doing a training for half the day. And we're going to talk about that gentleman because I want to get that Hindi stuff in my hands so we can post it in our team website. So I should have that hopefully very soon.
Brilliant, thank you.
Yep.
John, I do have one more question.
Mhm.
And maybe you might have to help me personally, but I will go on YouTube and do some researching for myself, but I'm not able to boost my posts on my business page. I can't pay for an ad.
John, I can answer that maybe because I know.
Well, you know what? You can help me offline from this call, but Facebook won't let me. It blocks me. So I don't know. I must have been in Facebook jail at one time.
Yeah, we'd have to.
You want to face friend request me, Robert M. Petruzzello? I'll spell my last name. Or you see it on here?
I'll take a look. Thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
I'll let him help me because I know got your plate full.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And if you guys can't figure it out, let me know. But because there's a couple things you can do on that, you can reach out. But yeah, there's a couple tricks. But yeah, Facebook is very, you know how they are. They have all their different rules and stuff like that. And that's why the guy last night on the video said, don't just go blast out. You know, like I hate it. It's so annoying when I go to, we set up a new group and then so-and-so invited and there was like 70 people on there. I'm like, you really seriously went and talked to 70 people, asked them if they want, you know, you spammed them is what, you know, they did. And, but it's hard because they can go to Facebook jail for that, right? And Facebook doesn't like spamming. So plus it's very unprofessional. Spamming's so bad because if I hate it when friends just put me in groups. I just you know, in fact, if they do it too many times, I'll just block the friend. So like, I'm already in enough groups, you know, I don't need, so when the people just add me and stuff, and just, even if they're not in our network, as people add me to this group and that group, I never join them. I don't have time to join them. And I also think that that's very unprofessional because they should have asked me first, right? That's not, because think about it this way. What value are you placing on your friend? You know, you're like, oh, you're just told your friend they're a price tag to you, that they've got a price tag. Because I'm just going to put so-and-so. So when you do network marketing, here's a cool thing about what we're doing. We only need 3, then we need 10. So you don't need to spam 800 people trying to get 10. Because if you spam 800 people, chances are you're probably going to get 10 bad messages or 10 no longer friends or whatever. Just don't spam. It's not a good idea. It's I call it amateur hour at the Roxbury is what I call it. You don't ever want to spam. You always reach out and get their permission first. It's a sign of respect, and they will be a lot more they'll be a lot more willing to potentially follow you because you have the decency to take the time. And if you call somebody and say, oh my gosh, if you haven't talked to them in a couple years, here's a very good advice. So hopefully you guys are writing this down and not in your Captain America secret decoder disappearing ink pen, but put it in a real pen here. So real ink. If you call someone you haven't talked to in a long time about our network, do not even talk about our network in your first conversation. In fact, probably don't talk about our network till like your third or maybe fourth conversation, okay? Because people hate that. They call, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in 5 years, but guess what? Check out this new thing. I just, again, price tag. They feel like you're just using them for money. What you want to do is you want to call them, build the rapport back with them. They were your friend. Oh, I was just thinking about you, whatever, talk to them and do some have a conversation, 2 to 3 conversations. And then after you've kind of rekindled a little bit, then bring up our network. And I promise you, it'll be a lot more effective than just, hey, so-and-so, I want to send you this, even though we haven't talked in 5 years. So hopefully that makes sense, because again, it's put yourself in their shoes. Do you want your friends calling you for every business opportunity they have and they haven't talked to you in 10 years? That's very unpersonal. So again, it's anything you do, pretend you're the person being spoken with, pretend you're the consumer, you're the one looking. How would you want your experience to go? And that's what good marketers do. They constantly think before they post something, before they write it in this forum or that forum, make sure that it fits the forum and make sure that it's personalized to that person, and everybody's unique and everybody's different. If you do that, your closing rate will go up, your friendships will stay intact, you're not going to chase people away, that kind of stuff. Now, it's okay if you haven't talked to somebody in a little while and you just happen to chat, but don't just call and say, oh, I just saved $50 on this. Like, whoa, hey, how are the kids? You just have to, but if you're talking to them in passing because you haven't seen them and you get a little excited, but again, I wouldn't lead with that. I would talk about something else and say, oh, by the way, and kind of force the conversation. Oh, by the way, I saved on, X, whatever, $50, and kind of because you're talking about something all of a sudden that you kind of force that conversation. And this is what I would do. I wouldn't even talk to them. Well, how did you save on that? It's like, oh, you don't want to hear about it because it's just a business I've gotten into and I don't want to, I don't want to really get into that right now. And I say, so no, really tell me. Okay, fine. Then tell them. Tell them, or, talk to them again. Say, hey, we should go have lunch sometime. Talk to them 1 or 2 more times, then talk about our network. Does that make sense? And so again, they're still human beings. They're still people. And you don't want to throwing up on them isn't just saying a lot of words. Throwing up on them is timing. If you present to them at the wrong time, because it's the first time you talk to them forever, even if you bump into them or whatever, and you just want to share savings, don't present the business right then and there unless the conversation kind of naturally takes you there. And you have to fill out every situation is a little bit different. So anyway, just a good thing. And then going back to online stuff, what you're going to want to do when a lead comes in, jump on it. And then this is what you ask him. Here's a question. Write this question down. What is it in my ad that attracted you the most? Okay, so I'll say that slow. What in my ad, or what in my ad attracted you the most? What is it you are looking for? Okay, you got that? What is it in my ad that attracted you the most? What are you looking for? Not and what are you looking for? What are you looking for? That's going to tell you a lot about that prospect, because then that helps you know what to say next, because based off the answer, because every prospect is different. You can't just couple them all up into, and so if I were to write an autoresponder email, that would be my first email. Now you know what's going to happen? The ones that respond, they're all going to have little different responses, right? Some of them may be similar, but think about it. Someone said, well, this is what I liked in the ad. Okay, now let's talk about that with this guy. Instead of sending email number 2 that says this exact same thing to everybody else, and he or she may be thinking, I'm not interested in that. So what in my ad attracted you the most? What are you looking for? Okay, that is a very good question. Those two questions together, that will set the tone of the conversation based off of their answer, and that is simple. It's not too aggressive, and that literally, it gives you a perfect segue into the rest of the conversation. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. This is what you like. Okay, let's talk about this. What do you want to know about this? You know, and maybe because depending on whatever ad you ran. Say going back to India, you ran an ad. Company going CEO, blah 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 blah. What is it that you're looking for? Well, John, I'm looking for a home-based business that's real. I'm so sick and tired of all the scams, blah 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 blah. How do I know this isn't a scam? Well, that's a great question. Whatever, X. Well, here's the answer. We're physically going there. We're going to have the piece of paper, the registration in our hands before you get charged anything. Because we want you to know that this is real. We want you to feel good about it. That's why we're offering you this free trial. What a great question. I'm glad you asked me that. We feel so strongly about it. We're going there in person to take care of it correctly. There's one way to do it based off of that. Another one may be something like, well, I've been a marketer for a while and this looks really good. That might be their answer. Sometimes they're short. Really? Wow, that's great. How long have you been marketing? And what is it that looked really good? What really good as in what? Please elaborate, whatever. But congratulate them for being a marketer. Wow, you've been in this industry. How long have you been in this industry? Now you know who you're talking to, right? It's like, okay, have you been in it for 20 years, 5 years, 2 years? What? I've been in it a long time. A long time is relative. That can be different things to different people. But now I want to know if I'm talking to a seasoned vet of 20 years or a unseasoned vet of 20 days. Right? I want to know who the heck I'm talking to so I know how to converse with that person back and forth. So that one, and then what I'd say is that they'll say, well, I've been doing it for 20 years. Oh, great. Have you hit any home runs yet? Like how well have you done? I mean, how's it gone for you? There's another good. How's it gone for you? Because, have you made money in other MLMs? Have you lost money in MLMs? Tell me about what you've done. Why? It keeps the engagement open. You're not forcing crap down their throat yet. You're keeping that engagement open. But then that also tells you, okay, now this person, he or she may be saying, okay, I'm an MLM for 20 years, but I know a lot of people on MLM that's been in it for 20 years that haven't made a lot of money, okay? But I want to see what their things are. What do they say? Well, yeah, I was doing pretty well, but my downline fizzled out. I want to know this stuff. Okay, I was doing great, but this happened, or this company went out of business. They got shut down. What is their concern? Have those types of conversations. Don't just say, oh, I'm so excited. Go to the call. Don't do that. That's not the first thing you say. Get to know the person with those pointed questions. Make sense? So you do that, and then the more you go back and forth, just kind of small talk a little bit. Not too much, because you want to do just a couple things back and forth. Say, oh, okay, really? Well, that's interesting. So you've lost downlines. Yeah, I've had the same thing happen to me. Now you're relating to them. Okay, I've had the same thing. Oh my gosh, doesn't that stink? Gosh, I hate that. See, this is why I chose to do what I'm doing now, because the retention in this thing is just, man, it's really, really good. And I'd love to share a little bit more about it with you. Okay, great. What are you doing to retain people? Let me let you know what we're doing to retain people. This is how we do it. How cool is this? If you, in our program, once you get 3 people, there's no fast start bonus. You get paid every single month, actually more than you pay. Would you like to know how that works? Okay, great. Give them a little blurb and say, you know what, I would really love to explain this to you, but it's so exciting and I like it because of the retention and things of that sort, I can make money quick. And I've been looking like you. I've been in this industry for a while and I've had my hits and misses. Let's go ahead and get you on a call because I'd love for you to see the program in its entirety. No pressure. You just hear the presentation. You stay muted out. Nobody can hear back and forth because it's no pressure whatsoever. I'll listen to the presentation with you, and if it's okay with you, I'd like to talk to you after the presentation is over, and then we can discuss the presentation. So all that makes sense. I know I said a lot, but that's why you can rewind and rewatch, rewind, rewatch. But that is natural. That's not salesy. And it's getting to know every single prospect more on a little personal level. Those are the types of questions you ask back and forth. That's how you get them on a call, as opposed to, and if they miss a call, then you call them right back. Say, you know, and right after the call, right after the call, you contact them. Oh, that was such a great call. I wish you were on it. You must be busy or something. I hope everything's okay. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get you on the next call. How do we do that? Right? And just follow up until you get them on that next call. And you got to do that sometimes, because they don't always make it. Or maybe they're on there and they had technical issues and they didn't know what. Could have been anything. Right? But the point is, you're making that personal connection and you're doing it. I can tell you right now is awesome. We're in a little leadership chat and they're talking about India blowing up and it's doing really well. And I had 7 Zoom meetings with one gentleman, 7 Zoom meetings. And he's finally signing up tonight. He's the #1 network marketing trainer in India, has a team of about 475,000 people. I built a relationship with him first. It took me a few weeks before he signed up. I didn't jump down his throat. I was building in several Zoom calls because I knew, and the reason I knew he was such a big networker is because I asked those same questions at the beginning of the whole process. Okay, that's how I knew. So it's built, and then he saw how dedicated and committed I was, and he's like, I want to be on your team. Because he saw my follow-up was good. My questions were professional. I wasn't jumping down his throat. I was actually taking the time to get to know him a little bit, him and his wife. I talked to his wife, his daughter, his son on Zoom calls, got to know him really well. He even offered me coffee through the computer, which I had to politely decline because I didn't want to get my computer all wet and stuff because he was going to pour it through his, somehow magically have it come from India, transport to my computer into my mouth. But I figured that probably wasn't physically possible. So I politely declined, but it was cool that he offered. And now he offers me coffee every time I have a Zoom. But it's cool because I've gotten to know him pretty well. Okay. That's how you follow up on a lead, right? So that's how the pros do it. It's just like a natural. You become friends with these people. These are people you're asking or inviting them to be your business partner, right? Not just $2 or a potential downline. So hopefully this stuff makes sense. It's got to be natural, just like you're talking to a brother or sister, a friend, a family member. Those are the types of questions you ask. So anyway, any other questions at all? Hopefully this has been helpful. Any other questions?
Hey, what's up, John? Rudy.
Yes.
Enjoy everything about your calls, brother. As you guys know, it's really important to stay engaged on social media, especially if you guys can get comfortable with doing lives and doing more posts. Staying consistent. One of the things that's been happening to me lately is I'll have a bunch of people dropping in my inbox, and a lot of them automatically I'm thinking, okay, what are they trying to sell me, right? And I'll listen to them and that's fine. I'll entertain it because 9 times out of 10, I got something a little bit better for them. Other times it's just a robot. The next day I try to go reply to that person and it says Facebook blocked them or whatever, right? So the reason why I'm saying this is because I had a charter member that actually called me. He called me, I think it was like an hour after the launch last Saturday. And I had about 9 people here at the house. And when he had called, he had said, hey, I'm in Burbank. I just saw all your videos on your Let's Rev page, which is now Rudy's Revolutionaries, because I was on your training last night, so I changed the name. But
you want some coffee?
Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, so I gauged the relationship, and not only did he sign up, but John was on the phone with him today. He took action. He's 60-something years old. He's been in network marketing for 5, 6, 7 years now. Never really made it. And he's taken the time to fly to India, and he was actually asking John for strategies and what's working for the team in India. And so he's not just talking about it, he took massive action. So he flies out to India tomorrow. He'll be out there for 2 or 3 weeks running a campaign and trying to build a big team. So again, if I didn't put myself out there, most people wouldn't even know who I am. So same thing for you guys. We're not secret agents. Put yourself out there. The worst case the worst case scenario, right? People are just going to say, okay, great job commenting your video. Best case scenario, you're building a image for yourself. You're inspiring other people, whether you know it or not. They'll drop in your inbox. And again, we have a golden nugget. We actually have multiple golden nuggets that we can share with people and help them, show them a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel instead of a train.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, and those are good points. Yeah, you always want to, and like I said, like with the linkage on these videos and stuff, it's rolling them. They need, sometimes they'll go to your page and stuff, and then they'll check you out. They'll see it, because again, it's not just joining our network. It's who do I join with in our network. That's why it's so important to endorse this team and edify the team, because I cannot tell you how many people have asked about the team. I get more questions about Revolutionaries than I do about our network right now. I honestly do. It happens all the time. Well, you're that guy in the Revolutionaries, right? Yep. Okay. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love your team. Yeah, tell me more about it. So because they've been burned so many times, and because okay, let's think about it this way. How many of you have entered into a network marketing company and you received big promises from your upline that they didn't keep? Okay, I'm sure all of us are like me. Okay, we've all had it. You don't get this here so much if you go upline. Now, I have had some people say, I don't know who my upline, because that one person may have dropped out. But then we just pick them up from where they are and we help them, right? And our team's been doing it. We have a culture to do that on our team. And a lot of people see that and they really appreciate it. A, it helps you sign them up, and B, it helps them keep going when they're frustrated and when they're not having success, because it helps them stay plugged in, because the culture that we've created, people are attracted to this team, okay? And it's not just a cool little killer logo that Dawson did today. I mean, that cool red one, I love that thing. So he did that on the video. I'm like, why didn't you show me that 2 weeks ago? That thing's cool. So anyway, but it's the team as a whole. This logo right here, right? Yeah, a cool red one. But anyway, people want to see that when they sign up, they're going to be taken care of. I'll tell you, one of the closing methods I use a lot is this. I always say this. Because our team is so aggressive with marketing, training, all this kind of stuff, when you sign up, I don't ask them to sign up. I say, once you sign up, we understand that sometimes you're busy, you may have other things going on, you might have a job, and you want to bring people in, and you don't want to feel like those people are going to fall through the cracks. That's why it's a really good thing, and I want to congratulate you for finding this team. Because on this team, they're not going to fall through the cracks, because we have a system, we have duplicatable systems, meaning we train, we edify, we literally produce leaders. That's what we do as a team. That's why we're growing so quickly. That's why you can feel confident once you sign up and bring your people over. You don't have to feel like you're lost or they're lost. And if you don't have a ton of time to put into this right from day one, we can help pick up some of that slack with the support of our team. And we're going to train your guys and da-da-da, okay? That's a close, right? And they're going to say, wow, that's really, really cool. I've heard that stuff before. Do you really do that? Yeah, check out our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page. Check out what we do. Look at our files section. Look at this. I'll show you. This is what we do. Wow. In fact, some of you have been on presentations with me. Do you know what I put on my presentations? I go through the PowerPoint we created as a team, and I go through our team building, our member guide, the new member guide. That's what I use in my presentations, and we sign almost every single one of them up. Because we're not just talking about, we're showing them, here's the team guide. Here's what we do. Boom, 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 boom. And they're like, wow. And they're like, okay, yeah, I want to be on your team. That happens all the time, guys. So anyway, that's been the hour. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to go through the chat really quick, see if there's any questions I missed.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
While you're going through the chat, I just want to make mention that, holy cow, you guys, watch the duplication process happen when we start our presentations and our closing calls. When people sign up because they just got on a presentation, and then we close them on one of our closing calls, guess what? They know, oh, shoot, I can tell somebody about this and just have them do it for us. So when we start this, that's going to be way powerful.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, one thing I tell people this, if you can come in and you can post an ad, especially an ad, and write an ad similar to, or the same ad, I don't care what we give you. If you can post an ad and you can go on YouTube for 10 minutes to learn how to set up this page or that page, or have us show you whatever, then you can do this business, because then the next thing is just learning stages, the follow-up, like we talked about tonight. What do I say when they reach out to me? That's what I wanted to cover tonight, so that's what I did. That kind of stuff. The job is easy. Going back to my SMAC days, taking on my sales team from 4 closes a month to 60, 70 closes a month, like that. How did I do it? I identified what everybody's strengths were. We had people that had no problem sitting there dialing all day, setting up appointments. They were appointment setters, but they weren't closers. They're great at getting people to show up to a call, but they weren't best at closing. And I thought, well, why would we have the closer spend all of his or her time cold calling when they should be out closing? The callers, the appointment setters, should be setting the appointments, and closers should be closing. So you guys are setting the appointments, sending them to the presentation calls, letting us help you close, then you follow up at the end, register, and done. It's a system, right? Everybody does their part in the system, and your numbers go through the ceiling. If you don't do your part, if you do absolutely nothing, don't expect anything in return. But all you need to do, go online, use the tips and tricks we teach you, because they work, sample ads, things of that sort, and just do your part and let us help you close. Because now you've got, okay, and when you tell them, this is what I would say, hey, go to our presentation, our master member. Again, I hate titles, but I'll use it for marketing, believe me, I will. So our master member is not just our upline, the master member of the company itself does these presentations. Come listen, because he knows he's going to give you all the correct information. He may even know more than me, even though I'm so plugged in, but listen from his mouth, edify, edify, edify. Oh, wow, cool. We get to talk to the master member. We get to hear his presentation. That's what you do. And you really build up that presentation. And then again, everything I talked about tonight, so I won't repeat, but that's how you get them. Again, lesson number 9 on how to get people to show up, stuff like that. So awesome, guys. Most of it's just awesome comments. Are you recording this? Yes, me too. Okay, great. So I'm going to jet, and I'm going to try to catch something, a movie or something tonight. I need to take a little break. I've been going about 46 or 48 hours. So, but anyway, everybody, awesome. Have a great Friday night. Have a great weekend. Next Thursday night, I might pull a couple people on and do a little bit more drill down, even more into social media. And I love to see examples of people's ads and stuff that you guys are running that's working for you. So I might reach out to you a couple in the week, and we'll just keep hammering the social media stuff until all of us become experts at it. And then on the calls, and then we'll go into closing and stuff like that. So awesome.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Real quick, could you private message me on Facebook? I want to talk to you about something that we touched on a while back.
Yeah. Let me do it in the morning, because I got to turn it off for the night, because I got people waiting for me. So in the morning, I'll send me a PM to remind me. So and then I'll come back to you. Cool. Awesome, guys. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thanks, John.
Yep. Thanks.